Today's episode is about the captain of the world champions, about a man who does not attack with the greatest power and yet holds the offensive baton of his team firmly in his hands. As is well known, the Italians became world champions last year. Their captain and leader is Simone Giannelli. He is not a loud or flamboyant leader. Above all, he is the director of the game. The team's offense lies in his hands, as it does with every great setter in a strong team. He decides where the ball will go, who will receive the opportunity, and whether the attack unfolds like lightning or patiently and calmly. A setter is not merely a player of a single skill. He is the person who gives the game order, rhythm, and ideas, and above all determines which weapons the team will use. And that is where his quiet power lies.
A setter is therefore a special kind of leader, one who does not give orders with words, but with the set. The coach stands above the game, seeing it from a distance and giving it an idea. Yet, during the rally itself, it is the setter who brings that idea to life. Every coach must therefore admit a simple truth. Without a good setter, even the best plan remains just a nice drawing on the board. The most important task of a setter is to surprise, and to do so at any cost. The game does not favor predictable setters. A good setter must therefore be a bit of a magician. One time he feints, another time he holds the ball a moment longer, a third time he deceives with his body where the ball will go and sends it somewhere else. That is precisely where Simone Giannelli is a true master. He does not only give direction to the attack, but also adds a quiet mystery that makes volleyball a beautiful and unpredictable game.
For that, however, a setter needs more than just touch in the fingers and tactics in the mind. He must maintain constant awareness of his own team and of the opponent. He observes how his attackers begin their approaches, who is in the best position, while at the same time keeping an eye on how the block is forming on the other side of the net. Such a setter is constantly scanning the court. From small signals he assembles, in a fraction of a second, the decision about where the ball will go. That is exactly how Simone Giannelli works. He reads the game with his eyes before his hands finally execute it. And that is the true art of a great setter.
Then, there is the whole palette of offensive combinations through which the game unfolds like a well-written offensive score. Sometimes it is the classic quick attack through the middle, which he often executes with the middle blocker Russo, both in front and behind. At other times comes the well-known pipe combination, the back row attack from the middle of the court. Here, Simone Giannelli has excellent teammates both in the Club Perugia and in the national team. Attackers who possess both power and timing, such as Alessandro Micheletto, Ole Plotnitsky, or Daniele Lavaya. For a setter, this is a pleasant responsibility. He is surrounded by players capable of turning a good idea into a point.
His mastery as a setter is not only a pleasure for spectators. It is also excellent study material for the methodology of training young setters. When one watches Simone Giannelli carefully, it becomes clear that almost nothing in his game is accidental. Every situation requires its own sequence of steps, its own body position, its own timing. Sometimes it is a quick step and a takeoff from the left or right foot, depending on the situation. Other times, it is just a small shift, an almost imperceptible micro-movement, yet decisive. These small movement details can serve as an inspiring lesson for young setters. The path to a precise set begins with the feet.
Equally instructive is the way he handles non-standard situations. The ball arrives inaccurately, the body is out of balance, time is running short, and yet a good solution emerges. For young players, this is an important lesson. A setter is not merely the executor of perfect sets, but above all, someone who can cope even when the game stops being comfortable and does not develop according to plan. And all of this can once again inspire us in the training of young setters, both boys and girls.
Yet Simone Giannelli is not merely a setter distributing balls like an official of the game. He is also a volleyball player with all the responsibilities that come with it. First and foremost, there is the serve, which, as we know, is the first attack, and not every setter is willing to serve on the edge of risk. Modern volleyball, however, demands this even from a setter. Giannelli is capable of serving both consistently and dangerously. Then there is backcourt defense, where the Italians excel thanks to the support of a strong block. In this aspect, Giannelli is not the leader, but rather a part of the well-functioning machinery of the Italian defense.
And from time to time, he also likes to attack. That is part of his charm. When the opportunity appears, he does not hesitate. In this respect, he resembles Christensen, and especially Nikolov. He jumps and sends the ball across the net with enthusiasm, as if to remind everyone that even the director of the game sometimes enjoys playing a role on the stage himself. A setter is therefore not only the brain of the offense, but also a complete player. Giannelli shows this with ease. Sometimes he conducts the game with a set, at other times he decides it with his own attack.
A captain like Simone Giannelli must know how to encourage, calm, and inspire others to greater courage. Sometimes a small gesture is enough, other times a glance that says, "We keep playing, nothing has happened." And sometimes it is necessary to show by example that even a difficult ball can become an opportunity. That is why he is captain, not because it is written on his jersey, but because others naturally follow him.
And so it happens that at major tournaments he appears again and again in the so-called dream team. It even seems that among setters today he stands very high, perhaps even at the very top.